Beatles A32 here, back again. What the hell is going on here? um, when that happens. Anyways, Beatles A32 back here again with some what's on deck. I don't know if I'm going to come across as being a little bit out of it here because I did not get a whole lot of sleep last night. Don't ever have Advil colon sinus before going to bed or any decongestant. It doesn't put you to sleep. And then don't take gravel a few hours later in the middle of the night. It just doesn't work out good. So, I mean, I did that on Friday night, and now this past night I could barely sleep. Screwed up with my sleeping. Anyway, stop doing that, you stupid dumb computer. So let's see what's going on this week. First of all, let's start off with Kickstarter. We got the Frozen Metal and the Cube by Diffractor Point Guards. This is the third project, though, for some reason. I don't know why they've launched a new account. They did back a project. I checked out of curiosity. It was not one of their own projects. Let's make that clear. Because creators tend to do that for some reason. They back their own projects. You know, it's unethical. These are expensive and prohibitively expensive, I think, for most people. 89 euros for one deck. That's 130 bucks Canadian. And that doesn't include shipping. So, absolutely not. I already got another project that's costing me over 100 bucks. And there's other prohibitively expensive decks we'll get to in a bit as well. Anyway, it's just another diffractor deck that comes in a metal case. And there's this translucent ice cube thing. Because why not? There's their back design. It's not overly exciting. I do like the, excuse me, holographic foil faces. I'd love to, I'd like to get these decks, but they're just so expensive, especially when they keep putting out more and more. And it's got an obvious UK theme to it. Pretty cool. And artwork by Lance Miller. So note that. Lance, if you want to send me some decks, I have no problem with that. There's the previous projects, the Vegas Diffractor and the Vertex deck. Moving on, we have something new from MPC, sort of. It's a new color, the Chow Jade Green Edition. Imperial themed deck, 2,500 being produced. I like it. The previous decks were red and blue. You can add them on here if you didn't get them last time. If you did it, make sure you do it. Shipping is free worldwide, so that's always great from them. Beautiful tuck cases, nice foil, nice completely custom artwork. You see the red and blue one. I think it's great. I got no problem there. I saw probably the first decks that they did that handled really nicely. And that have good quality, and I expect this one to be the same. I like it. It's very nice. Yeah, it's more of the same from them, more recolors. Hopefully they don't recolor this one 10 times. But there you go, and it's a very good price. It's 14 bucks. The add-ons are 13. Reasonable prices. And then I wanted to mention this one, Odyssey Playing Cards Elite Edition. Not the only Elite Edition on Kickstarter right now. Apparently designed in collaboration with Nexel Design, by Carter Mundi. I don't know who Nexel Design is, but it is funded. Not surprising, all the cards are in on it. Feel the Universe Card Company is their name now, apparently. That's the best you can come up with. Feel the Universe. I mean, okay. There's your back design, very cardistry friendly, very white, a lot of white space. Most futuristic Odyssey edition in contrast to other decks. Because it comes with a special tuck case, which we'll get to, I guess. 5,000 reproduced, limited, but still 5,000 is not that limited. There's your tuck case. Very interesting. I guess it's a two-piece tuck case. It opens up. That's cool. There's your suits, custom pips. Yes, the backwards E is so cool. And court cards, not really feeling them. Very simple, lots of white space. And then the Jokers, yeah, enough said. And who the hell is Pure Cards Company? They got some other company I've never heard of, Pure Cards Company, doing fulfillment in Europe, I guess. Not familiar with them. Moving on, we got the Daydreamer by what is it? G and G, basically TCC playing cards. It's getting there. It's at 2,400 Canadian out of a $3,300 goal. It should fund only 1,000 being printed, 600 available on Kickstarter. Printed by USB-C. Designed by a 14-year-old, I believe it was. How exciting! Apparently, he considers himself. Says he was when he was small, he was fat and ugly. And teachers and classmates didn't like me, so he decided to learn magic. How exciting! And yeah, so now he's qualifications. Age is less than 14 years old. How is that a qualification for anything? You barely qualify to be a babysitter at 14 years of age. Oh, I see. This is a qualification for young people to win decks. Well, technically, you're not supposed to do contests or giveaways on a project. Just the same. And I don't know why this guy's hiding his face. It's very creepy. I like the kind of off-centered seal, kind of like a vintage deck. Stamp seal like that. It says Dreamer on it. Back design is interesting. It's not bad. Why Saturn is on it, I'm not sure. And then the court cards, why? Why? Why do we have to take static court cards and blot out their faces, blot out their eyes? That's just so dumb and overdone. So many times we've seen that, and it's ridiculous. I'm sure these were fun. Moving on, Euchre V3 decks and the Indiana editions. I did a review on these the other day, and I posted a link to it. If you missed out, you can check it out. It's a good price, $7. However, the shipping is a little bit pricey, as you can see with my pledge level, and that's just for one deck. So the shipping's a little bit pricey internationally, but or at least to Canada, but it is what it is. I pledged for the one. If he said be the other, I won't be upset. Just saying. Fingers crossed. The other day I reviewed these ones. The other version, the second edition of these, which was in red and black. He decided to do all the ornate deck colors. And I actually, in that video, I'm like, maybe for the next one you could do red and blue, or the green and blue. I did not know actually is exactly what he was planning to do, but there it is. I saw it on Instagram like a couple of days ago before I posted the video. I'm like, oh. And then the other one is the Indiana edition, because apparently this is big in Indiana, where he's from. So they created a version with that. Apparently they something to do with a torch fair for a theme. Red and black back designs, kind of like the second edition of the ornate ones. Very similar faces. Very nice. If you like euchre or you like collecting cards, you like Mindy Butterfield, go check it out. Very nice. Well, that explains the shipping rate, is that he's doing it himself as opposed to Gambler just. It's a pretty small project. It's only going to be for another 5 days. Already he's at over $3,600 US at $1,000 goal and 125 backers. So a lot of people are backing these. Maybe not so much for because they're euchre fans, but because collectors or fans of his like myself. Um, but yeah, he's gonna do the fulfillment himself, I suppose. Maybe he'll change his mind. I don't know. Moving along, we got the 11th Hour Playing Cards by Emily Slights 52 and Bill Davis Magic. Not sure why, like other people, that she's involved with Bill Davis Magic, because apparently there was issues with his previous project. First project, the Wild Boar decks. Anyways, this is um, there it is. It's a simple back design with like a pocket watch. Apparently, it's marked using the clock. This spinny animation is completely unnecessary, by the way. Uh, $15 for one deck is a little bit pricey, but it's not bad. I'm assuming it's going to be foil, but I don't know for sure. Launched at 11:11 at 11:11 Eastern, etc., etc. The inside of the tuck case just has a bunch of random numbers for no reason and game over at the bottom. On the flap. Printed by the USB-C, fulfilled by gamblers, mostly standard faces. Velvet soft black vellum tuck case with bronze foil inside and out. Looks more like gold to me, at least in these images. That could be kind of disappointing if you see gold and then it's not the same color. They did modify some of the faces, like that Queen of Clubs is Emily herself, from what I can tell. And I believe that's Madison on King of Diamonds for some reason. Apparently he's involved, I guess. Jokers, probably a reveal there, I can't tell. The Ace of Spades is fine. Um, yeah. And there we go, yeah, Madison is involved or supporting it for some reason, as well as other magicians. Moving on is something else I want to mention here. Well, first, we'll look at this one. El Reino de los Muertos Expert Edition. Okay, I was wrong. The other one was Elite Edition. I thought this one was Elite Edition as well. It's the Expert Edition. I'm not sure why it's an Expert Edition. But it is like the second edition. I do have the previous one that they put out. I don't know who produced that one. I think it might have been NPC. I'm not entirely sure. It's by Six Stat Studio. Um, $14 Canadian. You see that's about $10 US for a deck put by the HPC, I believe. Um, very nice Mexican theme, completely custom. I don't recall. I'm pretty sure I got the original one up on my channel in a review. I believe the artwork is pretty much the same, maybe some differences. They're very well done. Nice back design. Beautiful artwork on the court cards and everything. Okay, it's being printed by Carter Mude. My apologies. 3,000 is your goal. Slim 9 B9 finish. Because apparently there's no more of the True Linen B9 finish stock. And yeah. Very nice. I recommend checking it out. There's also this Papal Picado collector's tuck case. It looks pretty nice, but probably too expensive. And apparently it's sold out. Only 100, yeah, it's sold out. This is signed by a designer. And he's designed some other decks as well. I believe those here, yeah, like these ones. Mythical creatures. All very nice. I like them. Which is designed for Ted Supply Company, which you can check their website out to get the first edition of Reino de los Muertos and the Mythical Creatures, if they're still available there. And moving on, one more thing to mention on Kickstarter, and that is with the Stories playing cards by Vanda. They have, wow, they're at over $50,000 right now, funded and increasing by the minute, because they have added on another deck, Volume 5, which is a jumbo size deck, 5 hits by 7 hits, which is double the size of a poker deck. So it's, the big deck. It's purple. There's also a special nice tuck case with foil. Basically the same as the other ones, except it's jumbo sized in purple, but It's gonna have the foil on the top case, foil on the cards, on both sides, I believe. Excuse me. It's actually an interesting idea because in the original project, the previous project did, the Planet series, they had mini deck as an add-on deck, and now they have a jumbo deck. And the artwork is nice. I'm not a huge fan of the indexes. It's kind of backwards for my liking, but I do like the artwork. It's nice. There is also, if you think the price of the jumbo deck is going to be too expensive, there is a player's edition, which just comes in a white tuck case. There's player's editions of everything available. Let's see. The price is $40 internationally, 35 US for the standard jumbo deck. The display deck is $20, 24 international, so it's a bit more affordable. As a collector, I think I'd want the nice tuck case to match the other tuck cases. It is unfortunate they don't allow you to just get the players editions if you wanted to. It's like you have to get the regular editions and the players editions, or just the regular editions. But I mean, it's good to offer the players editions in case people want decks they can open up and use, and not want to open up these decks. Although it is turning into a bit of a cash grab of an idea. But yeah, you can see it's a pretty expensive project. I'm already pledging, what was it, 114 Canadian. Yeah, I think that's Canadian. I hope that's Canadian. Could be wrong. Could be American, which is even more Canadian. I'm pretty sure that is American, actually. It's an expensive project. Way too many decks, in my opinion. And I hope there's no more. Please. No more. Anyway, I do like it, though. Moving on. Outside of Kickstarter, some things to talk about. First of all, another new bicycle deck. This one from USB-CD Bicycle Amplified. Amplified for cardistry, apparently. To enhance the floor of flourishes, fans, and spreads. Unique back design. It's very unique. It looks like a tally hole circle back, except more simplistic. And one way, by the way. I just noticed that it's a one-way back design with the colors in the center. But it's basically a tally hole circle back that's been simplified. Nice, vibrant colors on the faces. I'm not sure how cardistry friendly it really is, aside from it being popping in colors. But it is what it is. Very nice. And then there's a new deck from Riffle Shuffle. It's this one, the Slicers. They've done oranges, they've done the lemonade, they've done strawberries, it was, the snackers. Why not apples? And this was teased a while back on Instagram. It's finally here. Why did they decide to go with a picnic tablecloth on the tuck case? I don't know. Apparently, there's 3,000. And if you get a half brick, you get them in a special scented picnic basket. Scented, I'm sure it's some kind of apple aroma. Okay. There is a current special going on, 72-hour special for $7.95 each. And some of the other decks appear to be on sale as well. And I'm sure there will be more on sale, possibly more releases for Black Friday. I just don't have any information on that yet. It's a very simple back design with a green apple and a red back. I really think they need to start doing more with the designs. I'm getting tired of these simple designs that they keep doing. B-stock with a premium finish. The Ace of Spades is an apple tree. Apple trees are not shaped like that, to see. I know. I've lived with apple trees pretty much my entire life. There's an apple pie. Candied apples, nice modified quote cards with colored. But kind of more of the same old, and I still don't get the whole picnic basket thing. Then you see the half brick box, which is kind of cool. Moving on, I found out about this the other day. I was just like thinking to myself, it's been a while since I've seen something from them. So I'm going to go check them out. Lo and behold, they do have something new. The Eyecatcher Lux Edition at eyecatcher.com. Printed by Cardamundi. Black and gold. I don't know why they need to mention the sizes. And also centimeters. That's not what people want to see when they look at playing card sizes, but it's poker size. Not much in terms of images there. It's the 5th edition. New B9 slimline stock from Carnamunde. It is what it is. As you can see, they also have a bunch of the previous decks available. Just not the original one that's sold out. I never cared for that one myself because the indexes, they have the pip on one side and the value on the other. Makes it completely unusable. But I am finally getting the winter edition along with this one, for better or for worse. I still need to review the velvet edition, by the way. Yeah. I will say the prices are a little bit expensive. I mean, £20 for one deck seems a bit pricey. It is what it is. And then there's this one I want to mention, the Bicycle Career Poker, which I believe is by Matsu Gaming in Japan. Go figure. It is available on eBay. You can see it's got like a silver gray maiden back. Modified, recolored faces, some custom pips for the diamonds at the very least. All the pips seem to be customized. And they seem to have some modified 8s for some reason. They're interesting enough, and I'm going to be getting them. I did find them on eBay from PokerStud52 for a very reasonable price, so go check that out. Go check out PokerStud52. He's a reliable seller with decent prices. There's another seller I've seen and I've gotten from as well in the past who's also reliable. However, his price is about 3 times as much as PokerStud52's. Make sure if you're going to get decks like this, and they're like Japanese exclusive decks, or harder to find decks, that you do some searching, you do some researching, and you find the best prices. Don't get ripped off. Don't pay 50 or 60 bucks for a deck, because a lot of these decks, you'll see sellers selling them on eBay for 50, 60, 80 bucks, whatever the case might be, but then you can find them at Bookable or PointCards.net for 10, 15 bucks. So don't get ripped off. That's all I'm saying. Moving on. Speaking of something, I don't want to say it's a ripoff, but this is a new exquisite deck. I meant to mention it last week. It's designed by Giovanni at Thirdway to some extent, and also Expert Point Guard, it's the Fortana. It's I'm not liking it. The back design is very nice. Mirror image. The faces are standard Expert Point Guards. For some reason, they've thrown in his Jokers, which do not fit at all with the rest of the artwork. And the Jokers are probably taken from one of his other decks. They don't look very original, just recolored. And then the Ace of Spades is the Expert Ace of Spades pip with some of his artwork. It just does not fit together. It doesn't mesh well together. The most unique thing about this is it's got 3 foils on the faces and backs, I believe. Unfortunately, this makes it very expensive. They were available at the recent 52 Plus Joker convention. They are going to be available starting, I believe, tomorrow or today at Thirdway for 85 bucks. Absolutely not. That's just ridiculous. I can see some people here disagreeing. I mean, not even worth 40 bucks. And I agree. And now that I see and look at the faces a bit more, no. You got Jokers and an Ace of Spades that don't really fit with anything else. A nice back design. It's prohibitively expensive. I agree. It's not worth more than 25 or 30 bucks like that. Abhorrent. That's a good way of putting it. Standard tuck, standard faces. I don't know if the tuck face is standard. It's gonna have. It's not. It's gonna have the foils on it. But I agree as well. The Jokers look completely out of place in the stack, as does the Ace of Spades. Giovanni's been trying to defend everything and blah blah. Now I know he's also said, "Oh, but you can get like a discount up to 20% this week." No, that's still not. It's still too expensive, especially when you factor in currency conversions. I mean, I agree with this as well. This guy mentions how recently he got the implicit V2, which I started to review, printed by Cardamundi. Also has free foils on the back for about $14, shipping not included, during the campaign. The newest Somnium Dex, which I can get by printed by Cardamundi with two foils on the backs, free on the faces, $24, shipping not included. And then the new Montanzi 2019 United Card stack will have even more foil for about $16, shipping not included at Cardamundi again. I agree. Oh, so it's cold foil as opposed to hot snapping foil. That's not a big difference to me. I really don't care. Foil is foil as far as I'm concerned. I apologize. I'm rambling. It's too expensive, and I'm not gonna do anything with that one. Unless he wants to send it to me, feel free to send it to me, and I will review it. And then there's this, which I came across on eBay. I don't know who produced it. I suspect it's Bokobo based on the theme, which is bicycle space-based playing cards. I've actually seen somebody on Facebook a few weeks ago had a similar deck. I think it was called the Bicycle Explorer, which I haven't been able to find. It's probably a counterpart to this one. It's a nice back design. It's an interesting back design. Um, Interesting modified code cards, nice colors on the faces, some cardistry elements I see as well. Um, and there's your pips. You can't see the ace of spades for some reason, unless that's supposed to be ace of spades back there. I can't tell. It's it's fine. Some people don't like it. You can find it. I'm sure it's still there. I felt that the shipping cost was a bit expensive. The deck price wasn't too bad. Let's see what's going on for Black Friday that we know about, which is not much. And Black Friday is it this Friday or is it next Friday? I'm not even sure. Let me just double check something. I think it's way too early to start talking about Black Friday. Yeah, we're not going to talk about Black Friday since it's still a week out. A couple more things I wanted to mention. I'll look at here. First of all, Mercy's Magic making a poop emoji playing cards available. It's an interesting deck. Um, eh, it's poop though. Poop and emojis. How exciting! It has completely custom suits, which I'm not a fan of, and I have no interest in. And then um, a couple more I mentioned. I probably should have loaded up the pages. I see they've got the Mannequin Nico bicycle deck in red. I'm not sure where the other one is. I think it's black or is it blue. I don't know why it's not here, but I'm sure it'll be available soon enough. Then there is the Clockwork Empire playing cards, which is interesting. Faces and backs. I'm not sure yet if I'm gonna get it. You see the faces and the code cards. I wanted to show you this. There is an animation on the backs you can see right there. Also on the faces. I don't think I've seen too many decks where it's animated on both sides. Just not sure how I'm feeling about the artwork. It is printed by USPC. I might end up getting it. Just thought I would show you this for the flipbook animation artwork. We're not going to go through all of this. It's 2,500 produced. And then I want to talk about this. This is the Splash Point Guards. It's the latest from Pure Imagination Projects, aka PIP. 2,500 produced. If it looks familiar to you from one of my previous videos, it should be, because this was just on Kickstarter this past month. A Kickstarter project that failed to fund, yet somehow it is now available for sale through Murphy's. I also know Playing Card Dex has it, and I'm sure Playing Cards I bet and other websites have it as well. It's an okay back design. I don't know if I'm going to get it. There's your Ace of Spades, not the most unique. And in the Joker, I don't know what the hell it's supposed to be. The faces, I'm sure, completely standard. 2,500 produced by the USB-C. Standard bicycle faces and court cards. Shocker, because it is designed by the same guy who did. Well, it involves Benji Taylor, and it was designed by the guy who did the Lone Star and one other deck, I forget what it was, which both had completely standard faces. At least in this one, they've kept the indexes standard on the Ace of Spades, so it won't stand out like a sore thumb. The Joker is just not exciting at all, and I don't like the font. It just seems really boring. Especially considering the backs are so colorful and popping, and then the Joker is just blah. My problem with this one is funding on the project was supposed to have ended on Tuesday, I believe, or Wednesday. The project was canceled the day before it was supposed to end, and now all of a sudden it's already produced and available to sell. You can't do a project on Kickstarter of something that's already been produced or is in production, as far as I can tell by the rules. Certainly not something that's already been produced. That's something that's already in production should fall under the same category. You're supposed to be funding something that, you're supposed to be getting money to fund something, to produce something, not producing something and trying to get paid for it at the same time. I just think it's a gray area in terms of, in Kickstarter projects. It's just not the most exciting back design for me or anything like that, and I just don't agree with what they did there. Although it would have been the fastest turnaround in the history of Kickstarter. Moving on, one more to mention, the 8-bit playing cards, I believe was on Kickstarter before. It's an okay back design. Personally, I prefer the bicycle 8-bit decks from home run games. The faces are okay, the 8-bit, of course. I still don't know how I feel about that. Oh, look, by Michael Myers. Fantastic. The palette was inspired by Pico 8 Fantasy Gaming Console. Let's design something based on a console that nobody in their right mind has ever heard of before. I certainly haven't. I mean, I used to back in the day have an Atari. I've had the old NES. I'm familiar with Segas and Nintendos and the other modern gaming system. I'm familiar with Coleco and some of the older 80s video game systems. I've never heard of the Pico 8 gaming system or console. But let's design a deck based on that anyway. Further by USB-C, I just don't know how I feel about it. I don't mind the faces. Not a huge fan of the back design or the tough case. And that is it for this week. World Playing Cards. If I can recall correctly. Let me just. Well, should be. As I mentioned, I've got some stuff coming from eBay, including a Fire Host deck and some interesting casino decks, which have custom Native American faces, and a couple of vintage Portuguese decks, because I'm Portuguese, so I figured I'll look into some of that. So some interesting stuff coming. By the way, it seems to appear that the Gentleman Wake Parlor decks are finally coming. Yeah, That's it for this week. I apologize for rambling a little bit. Comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.